The world we inherit is not a blank canvas. It is a tapestry woven with threads from the distant past.
History's echoes shape our borders, cultures, and conflicts. From ancient empires to colonialism, the past leaves its mark.
Wars and treaties have redrawn maps, sowing seeds of future discord. Migration blends cultures, creating new identities.
Studying history is vital for understanding our present and future.
The ghosts of ancient empires still walk among us. Though long gone, their influence can be seen in the very lines that divide nations today.
Consider the Roman Empire, whose vast reach across Europe and the Mediterranean left a lasting legacy on language, law, and political thought. The echoes of Rome's dominion are still evident in the legal systems of many European nations.
Similarly, the Ottoman Empire, with its centuries-long reign over much of Southeast Europe, North Africa, and the Middle East, left its own indelible mark upon the region. The empire's influence can be seen in the architectural marvels of Istanbul, formerly Constantinople, as well as in the cultural and religious tapestry of the Balkans.
These empires, though vanished, continue to inform our understanding of national identity and international relations. Their legacies are woven into the fabric of modern societies, shaping cultural landscapes and influencing geopolitical dynamics. The borders they drew, often along lines of conquest and control, continue to have repercussions in the 21st century.
Few historical forces have been as transformative and as devastating as colonialism. From the 15th to the 20th centuries, European powers carved up vast swaths of the globe, exploiting resources and subjugating populations. The impact of this period on today's geopolitical landscape is profound and undeniable.
Colonialism's legacy is etched into the very fabric of many nations, shaping their economies, their political systems, and their social structures. The arbitrary borders drawn by colonial powers often ignored existing ethnic and cultural divisions, leading to conflict and instability long after independence was achieved.
Moreover, the economic systems imposed by colonial powers often left newly independent nations dependent on their former rulers, creating patterns of inequality that persist to this day. The cultural impact of colonialism is equally profound, as European languages, customs, and beliefs were often imposed on colonized populations, leading to the suppression and sometimes the loss of indigenous cultures.
Wars have always been a brutal force in shaping human history, and their impact on the geopolitical landscape is undeniable. From the Peloponnesian War, which redrew the map of ancient Greece, to the world wars of the 20th century, which reshaped the global order, conflicts have left lasting scars on our world.
Treaties, often signed in the aftermath of devastating conflicts, have sought to establish peace and order. Yet these agreements, while intended to prevent future bloodshed, have also at times sown the seeds of future discord.
The Treaty of Versailles, for example, which officially ended World War I, imposed harsh penalties on Germany, fueling resentment and contributing to the rise of nationalism that led to World War II. The Cold War, though not a direct military confrontation between superpowers, cast a long shadow over global politics, dividing the world into two opposing blocs and fueling proxy wars across the globe.
The movement of people across continents, whether driven by conflict, environmental change, or the search for a better life, has been a constant throughout human history.
Migration has shaped the cultural and demographic landscape of our world, leading to the exchange of ideas, the blending of traditions, and the emergence of new identities.
From the ancient migrations of the Indo-European peoples to the mass movements of populations during the colonial era, migration has left its mark on every corner of the globe.
The arrival of new groups has often led to cultural fusion, as different traditions and beliefs interacted and blended.
However, migration has also at times been a source of tension and conflict.
The arrival of newcomers can challenge existing social structures, spark economic anxieties, and lead to the rise of xenophobia and nationalism.
Understanding the complex history of migration is essential for navigating the challenges and opportunities presented by the movement of people in our increasingly interconnected world.
History is not merely a collection of facts. It is also a narrative, a story we tell ourselves about the past.
And like all stories, historical narratives are subject to interpretation, manipulation, and distortion.
The ways in which we remember and misremember the past can have a profound impact on present-day relationships between nations.
Conflicting historical narratives can fuel tensions, exacerbate existing conflicts, and hinder reconciliation.
When different groups hold diametrically opposed views of the past, finding common ground and building a shared future becomes all the more challenging.
For example, differing interpretations of historical events continue to plague relations between nations in the Middle East and Asia.
Disputes over territory, resources, and past injustices are often amplified by competing historical narratives that reinforce existing grievances and make compromise difficult.
Recognizing the power of historical narratives and the dangers of their manipulation is crucial for fostering dialogue and building bridges of understanding. We live in a world grappling with the legacies of its past. Understanding history is not merely an academic exercise, it is essential for navigating the complexities of our present and shaping a better future. By studying history, we gain insights into the root causes of contemporary conflicts, the evolution of political systems, and the forces that have shaped our world. History provides us with a framework for understanding the present and anticipating future challenges. It allows us to recognize patterns, identify potential pitfalls, and make more informed decisions. The lessons of history can serve as guideposts, helping us to avoid repeating past mistakes and to chart a more just and peaceful course for humanity. To disregard history is to navigate the present blindly. It is to deny ourselves the wisdom and perspective that come from understanding the forces that have shaped our world and continue to influence our lives. Section 8. Understanding our inherited world. The world we live in is not of our own making. It is a product of countless decisions, actions, and events that have unfolded over millennia. To comprehend the complexities of our present, we must delve into the annals of history, tracing the threads that connect us to the past. The borders that define nations, the languages we speak, the beliefs we hold, all have been shaped by historical forces. The rise and fall of empires, the spread of ideas and religions, the clash of cultures and ideologies, these are the currents that have carved the channels of human history. Understanding our inherited world requires us to engage with the past in all its complexity and nuance. It demands that we confront uncomfortable truths, challenge our preconceived notions, and grapple with the legacies of injustice and oppression. Section 9, Lessons from History, Navigating the Future. History, while a record of the past, is also a compass for the future. By studying the mistakes and successes of those who came before us, we can glean valuable lessons. History offers knowledge about human nature, power dynamics, and consequences. From the rise and fall of civilizations to individual triumphs and tragedies, we can study factors leading to conflict and cooperation, innovation and societal stagnation, and the resilience of the human spirit. Understanding past patterns helps anticipate future challenges and opportunities. Section 10. The Power of Perspective. History as a guide, not a prison. While it is essential to learn from history, it is equally important to avoid being imprisoned by it. The past, while offering valuable lessons, should not dictate our every action or limit our aspirations for the future. History can serve as a guide, but it should not be a straitjacket. We must be mindful of the dangers of historical determinism, the belief that the past dictates the future and that we are powerless to change its course. This fatalistic view ignores the agency of individuals and the possibility of progress. History is replete with examples of individuals and societies that have challenged the status quo, overcome adversity, and forged new paths. The past should not be a burden that weighs us down, but rather a foundation upon which we can build a better future. It is up to us to learn from the mistakes and triumphs of those who came before us, to use the wisdom of history to create a more just, equitable, and peaceful world. Section 11, Conclusion, the enduring legacy of our shared past. The tapestry of human history is vast and intricate, woven with threads of triumph and tragedy. To understand our present and navigate the future, we must engage with this legacy, seeking to understand the forces that have shaped our world. The echoes of ancient empires, the scars of colonialism, the volatile peace of treaties, the ebb and flow of migration. These currents shape our geopolitical landscape. By studying history, we gain perspective to build a better future. Let us strive to be students of history, not prisoners of it. Let us learn from past mistakes while embracing future possibilities.